Hi everyone, I'm Raymond from Secure Data Links, and today we're demoing our Link Total Return Swaps DApp. So a total return swap is a type of contract that allows two parties to interact, and basically one party can sell their exposure to a certain asset. So in this case, you could have a Chainlink node operator who has Link locked up in a service agreement, selling their exposure to that Link to another party for interest. And this, in essence, allows them to limit their exposure to Link or Link price swings. So there's a few parts of our hackathon project. So we have our Link Die Price aggregator contract, which currently is just using the Secure Data Links Chainlink node, and we have a script getting requests to that node in every minute. So that contract will get updated every minute. We then also have our actual total return swaps contract, and finally we have a test DAI token that we use for this platform. So if you head on over to liquidity.link, the first thing you'll be met with is this notification basically telling you that, if we go to our other account, basically telling you that we use our own test DAI token, and you're going to need some to interact with our platform. So basically we first get this DAI into our account, and this will allow us to create new contracts and interact with other contracts. So we'll wait. So we now have our test DAI, and what we're going to want to do is deposit some to the platform. So this just calls the ERC20 allow function and lets our platform access your DAI. So we're going to top up our account with 100 DAI. And again, once this is processed, we're going to go ahead and make a new contract. Transaction is now processed, so we have 100 DAI deposited into our platform account. And what we're going to do is create a contract. So we're creating one for 100 days. We'll make the offer valid for 30 minutes. We're going to say a minimum 10% margin is required, 7% interest, and we're going to have the contract covered for 10 Link. So with a minimum margin of 10% and 10 Link at a price of approximately $2.72, we're going to need about 2.72 DAI in our margin account, but we're just going to go deposit 10 to be safe. Submit, and you'll get a transaction up, and this will create our contract. So once our contract is created, we'll be able to see it on the homepage. Okay, that contract creation was processed, and now you can see we have an active offer on the homepage. So what we're going to do now is head over to another account in MetaMask. So we'll just head over to account 1. So we can see account 1 already has a contract open with another party, and it's got 80 DAI available on the platform. So we are good to go. We're going to enter into this first contract we just created. So if we go over here and click accept contract, we can see all the details of the contract, and we're going to enter with 15 DAI as our margin and accept. So again, we're going to have to wait for this transaction to process, but basically what this is doing is accepting the offer that was listed. So now this will be a two-party contract, and we're the taker in this deal. Once this contract is processed, so once the transaction is processed, my accounts page will list all the contracts. So we'll come back once that's processed. Oh, it's processed. Okay. So under my account now, we'll see this new contract that we just created here. So this was created later than the first one for a 7% interest rate. In this case, we were the taker, so we deposited 15 DAI, and the maker deposited 10. And as you just saw, clicking on the contract will bring up more information. So this is where we can access our margin account for this contract. So we can actually deposit and withdraw to the margin account as long as we stay above that minimum margin amount of 10%. And here you can see a log of remargin calculations. So remargining basically pulls in the new price of the asset and does a transfer between maker and taker accounts to basically adhere to the deal. So what we can do for this demo is go and pull the new DAI price. So we have a script doing it, but you can also manually request it. And what this will do is update the price on our aggregator contract, so from 2.724 to whatever the new price is. And then we'll be able to use that new price in our remargin function. So once that's so, as you can see, the link die price has been updated. So what we're going to do is go ahead and call remargin. So this is basically going to reference this new price and do a NPV calculation, which will figure out the transfer of tokens between the maker margin account and the taker margin account, and basically update those. So it doesn't transfer any tokens per se, but it updates the margin accounts, which people can then withdraw and deposit from. And it's a net zero transfer. So again, that's now processed. And if we come back to the My Accounts tab, click on the contract we were referencing, and it wants to load. And you'll see that there'll be a new NPV calc with our updated maker and taker margin accounts and the new price we're referencing. There is a few other features you can do. So if you call remargin, once the contract has expired, it will automatically end the contract for you. And then you can withdraw all your balance from your maker or taker margin accounts. There's also automatic liquidation. So if you call remargin and the price change has been significant enough to make one of the accounts go below the minimum required margin, the contract will get liquidated. Again, this makes the contract no longer active and both parties can withdraw from their accounts. Obviously, that's a bit hard to demo on our actual live testnet version because contract lengths are defined in days, but you can hop on here and create your own contract and interact with it and give it a go. That's all. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, just hit us up on Discord or send us an email at inquiry@securedatalinks. Cheers.